Commanders fans, real quick video here. I'm still sick to my stomach about how we just got bounced out of the playoffs by the Browns and how bad Carson Wentz played. I'm still in kind of shock how bad Carson played. Like, I didn't want Carson to start. I said that. I wanted Heinicke. This is kind of a slap in the face to Heinicke as well. This is from Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. He says, the Commanders are expected to turn back to Taylor Heinicke as the starter for Sunday's season finale versus the Cowboys. But rookie quarterback Sam Howell is also slated to play, marking the NFL debut for the fifth-round pick per source. Barring change of plans, this will be the setup. So the Cowboys are going to play their starters. They moved the game to 425. If you guys didn't know that, it was at 1. Now it's going to be at 425. The Giants and Eagles play at the same time at 405, basically the same time. So the NFL did that on purpose because they want the Cowboys to play their starters so it can be somewhat of an entertaining game. And just the drama of who's going to get that first seed. If the Eagles win, I think they get the first seed. And then the Cowboys will get like the third, or I'm sorry, they'll probably get the fifth because the Niners will get the second seed, and the Cowboys will get that wild card spot. And I think they got to play like the Buccaneers or somebody like that. But if they get the first seed, then we'll see. You know, I don't care about the scenarios anymore, but I just know that now, since the Eagles lost on Sunday to the Saints, now it's not just a cakewalk for the Eagles to get the first seed. So the Cowboys actually could get the first seed now because of the Eagles losing. So they're going to start Ron Rivera. I just can't wait till he's fired, or I hope he steps down. I hope he takes it upon himself and just steps down. The fact that he did not know we were going to be eliminated, or the possibility of being eliminated, is just ridiculous. That's a Shaq in the full moment. You as a coach, I don't think he was being sarcastic. I think he was really being honest. I think he was being genuine that he did not know that we were going to be eliminated if we lost today. And it looked like they played like a team that didn't know they were going to be eliminated. Basically, they played like it. They really did. And Ron Rivera coached like it as well. So yeah, of course, Carson Wentz is going to be benched. I don't know if he's going to be there or not. They might do a Derek Carr approach where he's just not going to be with the team. He'll just leave. I wouldn't mind that either. I couldn't care less. Carson, wow, that was a Mark Sanchez. That might have been worse than Mark Sanchez against the Giants. I really believe Josh Johnson could have went out there, and shout out to Josh Johnson. Anybody could have went out there and played better than that on Sunday. Like, Carson Wentz was that bad. The crowd cheering for Heinicke, the crowd booing Carson. And I think Carson's a nice guy. I wish him the best off the field, but man, my gosh, I don't think he's going to be a starter. I know he's not going to start again in the NFL. He will be a backup. He is in the Flacco territory, the Brissett territory. Jameis Winston actually starts, but he's in that territory. Flacco, Brissett, Keenum, guys like that. He's basically in that situation. Cam Newton right now. Cam Newton can't get a job in the NFL. He's worse than Cam Newton. I think he's worse than Cam Newton. That's how bad he is. And I don't dislike Cam Newton, but he's really bad, man. Carson's bad, man. He's not a good football player. He's not a good quarterback at all. What I saw on Sunday was it was awful. It was disgusting to watch. It really was. It was painful to watch. He should have been benched after the second interception. So the gripe I have with this is, if I was Taylor, I feel like it's a slap in the face because he should have started on Sundays. The Browns. Now you want to start me when we're out of contention and the season's over. That's pretty disrespectful to Taylor. But it is what it is on that part. And then Sam should really be starting. The Cowboys defense, yes, they have Micah Parsons. Trayvon Diggs is a solid corner. I get it. They do have a good pass rush. Now, they have given up some points the past couple weeks. They lost to the Jaguars. They gave up a good amount of points to the Jags. They gave up. They almost lost to the Texans as well. And then they played somebody else really close. The Eagles, Gardner Minshew went crazy against them. They put up 30 points. So they had some injuries in the secondary too. So it's not the Cowboys defense that we saw in the beginning of the year where we got skunked with Carson Wentz as the starter, 25-10 with Cooper Rush as the freaking starting quarterback who had a ball against us. So it's going to be an ugly game. I was thinking this morning, I was like, are we going to get blown out like we did last year on Sunday Night Football? It was like 56-14. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but it definitely could get ugly for sure. But Sam, they really should start Sam. They have nothing to lose. You got to evaluate and see what you have this season. You already know what you're getting with Taylor, but Ron's just an old school dinosaur fossil kind of thinking guy. So I knew they were going to start Taylor. They're supposed to activate Jake Fromm as well from what I heard. But it doesn't really matter. But I do want to see what Sam can do. I mean, you see what rookie quarterbacks have been able to do. Brock Purdy, Bailey Zappi. I think Jarrett Stidham got in and played a little bit if he's a rookie or second-year guy. There's been a couple rookie. Kenny Pickett has done a solid job so far. as the Steelers quarterback. They could possibly make the playoffs, and he won a big game against the Ravens. So rookie quarterbacks have done an okay job for the most part. Purdy has definitely played above expectations. Bailey Zappi looked good when he went in. He looked better than Mac Jones at times. So for people to say, I remember everybody said this class was trash, but there's some talent. There's some talent there. So that's why I don't listen to a lot of people when they say, oh, this quarterback class is trash. Because you just never know. You never know. So I do want to see what Sam Howell can do. He played well in the preseason. I get his preseason. But he's a mobile quarterback. He can run around, make something happen, make something shake. He has a strong arm. He has a cannon for an arm. The Ravens game, he had Diami for some nice passes. But, of course, unfortunately, Diami had the dropsies at the time. Diami did redeem himself against the Titans. But Sam has a cannon, man. He has a good arm, a strong arm. He can move in the pocket. He has some moxie. I think he has better pocket awareness than Carson Wentz. And he's going to have that with his pass rush. So, yes, they're going to throw him in the fire, but that's the only way you can find out. And I don't want to trade for – I know this is long-winded, just, talking about the quarterback position. I don't want to trade for a quarterback. I'd rather see what Sam can do. I don't want to trade for Derek Carr. I'd rather not sign Jimmy G. You look at the quarterbacks that were traded for. Matt Ryan was awful. Russell Wilson, awful. Carson Wentz, awful. I don't want to trade for a quarterback. I want to see what the young guy Sam Howell can do and maybe draft another quarterback, honestly. I think that's the best route to go this offseason. But you got to see what you got in Sam Howell. I know it's only one half, so you don't want to evaluate too much in Sam just from one half of football. But I'm intrigued to see what he can do. I'm intrigued to see what he can do. I wish he was starting. But like I said, Ron is he's just terrible. And then this is some foolishness, a tweet from John Kime as well. John Kime said, quote, mentioned this on the live stream last night as to what I thought would happen was their initial consideration. They've been looking for a way to get Hal a little action, but had hope for a lopsided win to do so. They like his progress. Did you really think we're going to blow out the Browns? We're the team that ended up getting blown out. We're the team that ended up on the wrong side of the lopsided win. Why would this coaching staff ever think we would have a lopsided? When have we had a lopsided win the whole season? The Texans, maybe, even that was a struggle lopsided win. We barely won that as a blowout. So this coach, they just got to go, man. Their way of thinking is just awful, man. It really is. It's just painful. It's really painful being a fan of this team. I really hope the new owner, whoever, gets these guys up out of here, honestly. Scott Turner, Ron, they got to go, man. They got to go. And I know they won't. They're probably going to be back next year. That's the sad thing about it. They're probably going to be back next year. So I'm rooting for Sam. I'm rooting for Taylor, too. I want him to play well. It's an evaluation game for sure. If I had to bet, I don't think John Allen plays. I don't think Cam Curl plays. I don't think Ben St. Juice plays. So it's going to be a tough defensive game. So the odds are not in Sam or Taylor's favor at all. So, and then they can possibly move up to the 10th pick of the draft if some other teams lose. I'll probably say that scenario in my preview video as well. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Shout out to Sam Shout out to Taylor. I hope they ball out and play as well as they can on Sunday. All right, you guys. Hail the Commanders. Peace.